So I teach drum lessons twice a week, and I've been doing that for the past 3 years. Can't figure out the best setup. Right now I'm trying to get them a little bit closer together because one drum set's always closest to the door and we can never get the door all the way open. And on the other side, it's kind of like a storage closet, but it has like an air conditioning unit in there, and sometimes we need to get access to that. So I have them really close together, but right now I'm trying to create a little bit more space in the room so that we can kind of get the door open. Hello. I was filming these videos. Come over and help me rearrange the drum room. Almost done. I think I found the issue. All these bolts on the bottom are really loose, but I don't have an Allen key. Just gonna tighten it by hand and then put it back.
Hey man, if you want to go a little bit further out to the one in Latrobe, they got them on sale for like $45.
If you've ran over 26.2 miles, you're an ultra runner. All right, Anthony, so all based off of music related stuff. Say you're an audio engineer or a performer, kind of like you are. I know you're a guitar performer / session guitarist / guy that goes on tour a lot. Say you want to get into that. Is college something that's beneficial, or is it mostly a waste of time? I mean, just what's your opinion on it?
Well, I think that you will get out of it what you put in. So if you go to school for music and you learn everything you can, you make a ton of connections, and you really just practice and work hard at it, then I think you're going to get a lot out of it. But it is a tough business that in some ways I feel like I really didn't need to go to school for it. I felt like I could have done a lot of it on my own.
Okay.
You know? And so if you don't want to, when you think about the money too, and the time.
Yeah, so. Like whatever you do, you got to be all in. Like if you're going to skip school and you're going to try to gig and make a name for yourself, like you're going to have to make connections. You're going to have to put in the effort and the time, and you're going to need to be serious about practicing and getting your name out there. But like Anthony said, if you do go to school, like not only are you making like viable connections there between professors and students that you could end up, reconnecting with down the line when you need them for something. You got that, but you also have got the ability to grow up a little bit, learn some more discipline, like get into a routine schedule. You have to be at class at this time, and you have to be studying this much to get the grade, and it forces you to do things. So it's like, if you think you can do that on your own, if you think you can get out there and make connections and get yourself to practice as much as you need to and all of those things, whatever lane you want to take there, it's really just about, like Anthony said, you get what you put in. If you're going to put in the effort, then it's really up to you what you think is most beneficial.
So basically what you guys are saying is, for a music career to work and for you to be successful in a music career, that's
yes.
Pretty much what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about just college in general, I think it's good to get the degree, but like for a music career, I don't think you need college to be successful. I think it's just a helpful tool,
right?
For people that aren't good at organizing their time.
The degree doesn't matter.
Yeah, the degree doesn't matter. It's what you're getting from it.
It's the experience.
What you put on the table, what you have.
That extra few words on your resume saying that you have the degree isn't going to make a difference in a music career.
Yeah,
but
nobody cares about your piece of paper.
The effort that you put in, the amount that you expose yourself, putting your name out there, creating different forms of media, that's where you're going to gain the most benefit. And like I said, college can be very helpful with that because they force you to do that stuff. It's part of what gets you your grade.
Well, let me just say this too. One of the things that I didn't like was, one of the things that I didn't like about college was I was made to take all the core gen ed classes that were a big waste of my time, like philosophy. Like, I'm there for music. I should be doing that all the time.
That's all the time. You have to have like what, a minimum 12 to 15 credits.
It was a big, massive waste of time and money. And
you could get all of the same useful information taking 6 credits, but you got to tack on the extra 6 credits of nonsense classes.
Well, and I had 2 hours a week of audio class, and yet I had 10 hours a week of bullshit.
It should be
that
the other
was
way
not-
around.
Yeah, that wasn't
2
even. Yeah,
2 hours of English and science, and then 10 hours of audio.
Yeah, I mean that was just I had a problem with that too. But that's what you get when you go to a
Liberal arts
college.
school?
Yeah, like a college. Now there's places like that like MI, like Musicians Institute in Berkeley, College of Music, that it's all music all the time. So if you go somewhere like that, then it's all music all the time. But if you want to go somewhere close to home or whatever,
if you're good enough to get into one of those schools, do you really need to go to them? Unless you want to be like an orchestra musician. You know what? It's funny because some of the most successful musicians that went to Berkeley actually dropped out and never completed their degrees. Exactly. Because like Steve Vai, I think the guys from Dream Theater also. Because there's better opportunities and better ways to use your time. Yeah. Like if you're that good, you can get on stage and play right now. What do you need a degree for? You could be making that money. And you meet people and more people, let's play together, let's jam sometime, then you learn something from them. Exactly. It goes right back to what kind of effort are you going to put in. And if you're good enough and you put the effort in, you're going to get where you want to be. Right. Whatever they want. To have 5 people and to do an extra 2, they said you do the 2 fathers and that they can get black tuxes or suits in person. So we would have been paying.
Is my battery getting low? What's up, everyone? Currently in a completely different area. I think it's been like hopefully less than a year since the last clip you just saw. But I've had a lot of stuff going on and I've moved my studio since. So I'm in the drum area of the current studio, the current situation. There's a lot of boxes, a lot of things that I had to move. And now we have a lot more potential to build a legitimate recording studio. And that's gonna be a really fun video to put together. But I thought this was the perfect opportunity to finish a video that I never finished, which is the one you're watching right now. And that's, can you use a cheap Behringer mixer or any kind of mixer? Behringer is the brand that I'm gonna use as a summing box and to get that real analog console feel. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing today, and I'm really excited to see if it works. Let me get you a little tour of what we got going on in this studio right now. So here's where I'm standing. This is my little drum area right here. As you can see, boxes just moved in. All this stuff, just boxes, old found. I got the studio desk set up, no equipment in it yet. Eating my lunch right now. This is pretty much it. Some guitars and stuff. I got the old speakers here, and this is going to be the studio. So eventually we're gonna put a wall in right here, kind of get the drum room separated and soundproof, put a window in, and then get this done. Everything's probably gonna be drywalled. Right now there's drop ceilings, but this is basically it. I don't have any of my rack gear in the desk yet. The mixer's back here sitting on the ground ready to go. Behringer Xenix 1622 FX. So that's the one. We're gonna hook it up. Basically what I'm gonna do is take all of my bus tracks from my mix. I will show you before and after. And we're gonna take those bus tracks and put them in separate channels on here. So, okay, so these are stereo channels. So I can actually put individual channels on here, and I might do that. The reason why is to keep them separated. I know that using analog or console and circuit summing gives you a little bit more spread, a little bit more clarity in the stereo. So I might keep my mono tracks on here. It looks like I have 4 monos and then 5 and 6s stereo left and right, 7, 8 stereo left and right. And then I'll have 2 balance cables coming out, going back into my interface as my single master channel. All my cables are in the closet right now. Beautiful cornhole boards I built for my buddy, the 500 series unit, with the 500 series units inside of the housing still. There's all these sitting up here. This is what I need. Oh my goodness. Trying to hook up the main outputs on this thing. It could be this. It's messed up. Oh, there it goes. My right cable, I'm going to put in input 4. My left cable, I'm going to put in input 3. Yet another problem. I don't have long enough balanced cables. So I ended up moving the mixer over here closer so I can use these shorter patch cables. And now I'm going to re-plug in my XLRs and then my 2 XLR outs back into the interface here. Holy cow, guys. 45 minutes later. Finally got everything hooked up and my fuse blew. That won't focus. If you have equipment, just buy a bag of fuses on Amazon. They're usually the 250 volt ones. F2A L250V, 5x20 millimeter. That's the size you need for most equipment. This just blew. It's the same size fuse, so I popped one of these in. Wish me luck. Nope, just doesn't work. Beautiful. Nothing. It was just working and it just stopped. I had this thing for 16 years. Worked perfectly fine until today. I don't understand what happened. And the time for me unplugging it there to plugging it over here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, maybe it took a second for that fuse to start working. The drums are in. It works. Here we go. So I have everything routed. The reason why you can't hear the drums is because I sent them to here. Oh, I like it. Oh man, that is so cool. That is so cool. All right, let's put the guitars in. That's sick. It's all about gain staging. Make it this louder. It's not as wide as I thought it would be.
World don't need another love songs don't come true.
It's only coming out of the left speaker. We'll skip to that one. Hopefully that's the one that actually works.
The world don't need another love song